As a December baby, I am qualified to say that I am a winter hater. I think it is the worst time of the year. I don't understand why everything has to be cold and sad. All this to say, I am currently in California where winter is like kind of fake. For the past 4 years, I've been in Vancouver for the winter, and I have definitely learned ways on how to avoid the seasonal depression slump by just embracing the cold and really focusing on self-care routines to make winter feel not so bad. Hi, I'm Francesca, and in this video, I'm going to be walking you through my winter self-care routines and things that keep me grounded throughout this sometimes sad and cold season. First, let's start off with my morning routine. Usually when I wake up, it's still dark outside because that's what winter means. So the first thing I like to do is turn on my lamp. I like setting it to a bright color to kind of mimic sunrise. And then it's time to finally get out of bed. I actually am a very early riser. This morning I got up at 5:30, and then the first thing I like to do is make my bed because everyone's favorite first step is to make their bed. But I just think it looks nice when your room is clean. I recognize this is not perfect bed making, but as Hannah Montana once said, nobody's perfect. You gotta work it again and again until you get it right. The first real step of the morning is always my morning matcha. It makes me feel better knowing that it has antioxidants and metabolism boosting properties or whatever. I'm not a matcha expert, but I love that green color. I'm defying gravity as we speak. And as we head back to my room, it's beginning to get a little bit brighter. The good thing about living in California is that the sun starts rising at like 6 a.m. instead of like 8 a.m. in other parts of the world. I like to turn on all the lights in my room and also light a candle because it's nice when things smell nice. And I sit at my desk and it's time for my journaling ritual. I talked more in depth about how I journal in another video, but I like to start with the 5-minute journal, and then I usually go on to have some quiet time. I like doing a proverb a day, a different book, devos, and then some prayer, and then I'm on to my morning pages, which is not super consistent, especially if I get up a bit later and I have to rush to work. But this morning I was going crazy, ranting about God knows what. Of course, I gotta brush my teeth, and then I go in with some mouthwash, and then I am a morning shower girl 100%. By nighttime, I am just way too tired for all of this. My go-to scent lately has been the Sol de Janeiro 62. Not only do I use their shower gel, but I follow it up with the lotion, and then later in the video with their perfume. I've really been trying to find a skincare routine that works for me as well. I found that simple is usually better for me. My skin is not in its prime at the moment. What I've been doing lately is cleanser, toner, niacinamide serum, and moisturizer. If breakouts could take a physical form and I could strangle them, I totally would. In the meantime, I just have to take better care of my skin. Next is hair, which is my favorite part because I feel like I'm transforming from a wet dog to a fully functioning human being. I am obsessed with the Lush Super Milk Hair Primer. It makes my hair smell so good. Hair drying is probably the most annoying part of my day, but once it's done, the first thing I do is style my bangs. People say I'm high maintenance, and that's probably because I have bangs. I'm sure there's some kind of osmosis effect in there. Today I decided to curl my hair, which is not something I do every single day because obviously it takes time, but sometimes I want to feel extra cute, and that means styling and messing up my claw clip. But I've been really loving this 1-inch barrel, and I find that they really hold. I do share a Dyson Airwrap with my mom, but for some reason in the Californian weather it does not hold, but maybe I'm just doing it wrong. Also, is it just me, or do you feel like you're poisoning yourself when you use hairspray? It smells like a science lab. Granted, the only science lab I've been to is my 10th grade bio classroom, but I can imagine. Now, everyone and their mom wants to know my makeup routine, but in this video, you're not gonna get that because something I've been embracing, which I'll talk a bit more about later, has been being barefaced, especially if all I have to do is go into the office because who cares? But I'll put on sunscreen, I'll put on some kind of lippy, and then it's time to accessorize with some jewelry. This is like a non-negotiable for me because I just feel like a girl when I have stuff on my neck and my wrists and my fingers. Comment down below if you're a gold or silver girly, or dare I say a rose gold girly, because I used to be rose gold and then I realized that gold was the way for me. But actually, I low-key think if I did a color theory test in Korea, she would say that I'm a silver girly, but who knows. Also, I forgot to curl my lashes, so I did that even though it barely makes a difference on my short Asian lashes. But hey, yeah, that's pretty much my morning. Now I thought I'd talk about some things that keep me grounded during the winter months. Just going outside and getting sunlight, at least being next to a window. I admit that I haven't been the best at going on daily walks. I'm not in the most walkable area, and I have been spending most of my days cooped up in an office desk. But if you're able to go out and just take winter walks, I think that's a fabulous way to curb seasonal depression because you're able to see daylight and realize that, hey, it exists. I've also been trying to do one creative thing a day. There's this big movement going on about creating more than you consume. And while I am a fan of that, that's something I want to prioritize. I'm also trying not to beat myself up about if I spend a day consuming more than I create, because winter is that season where you're kind of in hibernation, you're kind of wanting to slow down a little bit. And just because you're consuming doesn't mean that you're not doing something that's restorative and self-care. I think there's a difference between doom scrolling and watching a movie or reading a book, and taking in a different world and enriching yourself through the creativity of others. I did recently watch An American in Paris, which is one of Leve's favorite movies. And it took me a while to watch because it's not, a Netflix movie. It's not something you can just put on in the background. It's something that you actually have to sit down and pay full attention to get the most out of it. And I think that was really special because I was able to witness this 20th century movie musical. There was this 20-minute ballet sequence at the end, and it was just so theatrical. And it's just not something that I see in most movies I watch these days. And now it's making me want to go back and revisit a bunch of 20th century movies. You have all this time to be indoors because it's so cold and unpleasant outside. Might as well spend it enriching your cultural world. Besides consuming stuff, I have been creating a lot, which I've been really loving. If you're not new here, you can probably tell I've been making a lot of YouTube videos, and it's been something that I've been really enjoying. I have loved the process of brainstorming new ideas and filming them and even editing them at like 5 a.m. before the workday, and getting a finished product out there that people actually have been very receptive to, and it's been so sweet. I've had a very complicated journey with making YouTube videos over the past 5 or 6 years, and I think I found a really good happy medium. I'm able to create stuff that I really enjoy and enjoy the process of creating it as well. So I recommend that you pick up a hobby that you used to love or do love and just really go crazy with it. If you're able to dedicate a lot of your free time to creative projects and stuff that will expand your thinking and have your own unique personal twists on it, that would be a really great way to spend your winter. Switching the focus from, instead of needing to be productive all the time, because everyone is all about productivity. Life is not about the grind, okay? It's about the leisure too. So finding ways to have a fulfilling leisure time, I think, is the best way to spend your winter. Another thing that's been helping my self-care, which I'll go into a little bit more later, is early bedtimes. Yes, I am a victim of the grandma mentality of Gen Z. I am becoming her. I'm becoming 70 years old, and I'm going to sleep at 9 p.m. sometimes 8 p.m. if I'm feeling really crazy. I think there's something so freeing about not pressuring yourself to stay up late if you decide that you want to actually go to sleep because it just feels so nice. I just love that sleepy feeling and giving into it. It's like my bread and butter. It's my favorite thing in the entire world. I love sleep. Another thing I've been loving this winter is spending a lot of time with my faith, which is a very personal thing to me. I'm currently in the process of church hopping, which is just going to different places and seeing where you fit. Really being able to step back into my faith and nurture it despite not knowing anyone in the area and just being brave and showing up by myself has made it really special, because while faith does involve a lot of community and you grow through your community, it's also something that is just about you and God. And so being able to really understand the meaning of my faith actually has roots within myself has been really special. So another thing I've been loving, as always, with every single season, I'm going to talk about this for every single season, has been reading. I am low-key in a reading slump, but I'm picking it back up again with the book The Will of the Many. And it's pretty whoa, what's going on in here so far? It's hard for me to find these pockets of time where I can just read consistently, but I was able to yesterday. I read for an hour and it was so good. And hopefully this is a 4 or 5 star read for me. Something I've been loving has been not wearing makeup. And this is a big thing because I'm wearing makeup right now, as we speak. There's mascara, there's lip gloss. I don't think lip gloss counts as makeup though, but whatever. I think being able to embrace the bare face is kind of a power move. It's saying I'm beautiful the way I am. I'm not a CEO. I don't have to go in there looking camera ready. Also, my bare face is camera ready because I'm beautiful and sexy. So I don't even need makeup. It's fun to have makeup, but I also don't need it in order to look presentable. And I think people who disagree need to change their minds on what presentable actually means. Because as long as I am in sober mind and with a positive attitude, that's all the presentation that we need in this household. So I've been really embracing the belief and the practice of just being natural, okay? And allowing myself to not look super glam every single day, every single minute, especially if I'm not even gonna take a picture. So usually I'll just do my skincare routine, put on some sunscreen, and just head into the rest of the day. And even if I do take pictures that day, I feel beautiful and hot. And I think we should all adapt this into the winter, because when it's super cold outside, it's nice to take care of your skin. And when it's drier outside, I just feel like it's a bit better for your skin when there's not like pounds and pounds of product on it that aren't skincare products. And that's my 3 cents. That's my TED Talk of the video. Another thing I've been embracing is washing my sheets once a week. And this is, okay, some people are gonna be like, girl, this is not a winter self-care. This is just like normal self-care. But I actually used to maybe wash my sheets once every 2 months. And that is something I'm ashamed of. I strongly apologize, everyone, for being disgusting. But I am changing my ways, and I am washing my sheets once a week or once every 2 weeks if I'm feeling risky and silly. Washing your sheets is the worst. It just takes so long. But then when you get into those freshly dried sheets, oh my gosh, nothing feels better. Finally, I think the ultimate self-care routine for me has been keeping in touch with friends who live far away. Even if you can't be with someone every single day, it doesn't mean that there's no love there. And I just love hearing about their lives, and I love getting to share a bit about my life with them. And it makes my life feel so much more warm when I'm able to keep cherished people in my life. And now let's get on to my night routine. My night routine is pretty simple because I'm usually too tired by then to do anything crazy, but the first thing I'll do is make chamomile tea. If you couldn't already tell, I am such a tea girl. I can have like 5 cups a day, which I don't, but I could. And I like to turn on my lamp to set the mood and then switch into my pajamas. I also have to take off my jewelry, which is so annoying. I think getting on ready is the most annoying process of the entire day. The process sucks, but the aftermath feels so good, so it's kind of a love-hate situation. I turn on all my lights and drink my tea, and I am sad to say that yes, I do doom scroll sometimes. I try not to, and I've been really good about doing it less than I used to, but sometimes you just gotta turn your brain off. Then I realized I was cold, so I switched into my hoodie, which I basically live in at this point. Do the regular nighttime stuff, brush my teeth, wash my face, do my skincare. The only different thing is that I use this exfoliant at night, and I'm really hoping that it does something. Then I put on some lash serum and then a lip mask, and when the situation calls for it, some pimple patches too. I love reading before bed. Nothing knocks me out faster. TBH, most nights I forget to do the 5-minute journal because I am too tired, and then I am off to sleep. In fact, I was barely coherent when I filmed this clip because I was so tired. This was all for my winter self-care routine video. I hope this gave you some inspiration about how you want to take care of yourself this winter, and some things you can do to spice up your own routines and feel extra cozy and loved and warm this season by taking care of yourself. I make videos every Tuesday and Friday, so subscribe if you liked what you saw to see even more. Comment down below the snowman emoji because he is so winter, and duh, this is a winter video. Like the video if you don't want to get seasonal depression. Thanks so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did enjoy it, hopefully you enjoy the next one, and I'll see you in that video. Bye.